Hello everyone, this is Icy Blue 487 and this is another one of my vlogs. My birthday passed a few weeks ago and I'm now 30. I'm a former procrastinator. I released an ebook that gets a few sales every week. I can now officially call myself an author. I like creating stuff, and if I don't create anything for a long while, then I get agitated and angry and whatever other negative emotion you can think of. It's a pretty common thing. I'm surrounded by people who pretty much despise anyone that isn't in love with 9 to 5 shifts. With YouTube and VidMe and Steam It Now, I finally realized that my bored and cynical self can finally share her creativity with the right, passionate, and creative people. To celebrate this, I'm creating a few images for my IcyBoo487 account. Images that are very reflective of my life. I think that creating this logo for my channel is helping me learn how to draw other things besides human beings. I also have some other artwork available to color, like coffee, bookshelves, and other things. I'm not sure if I would ever draw a sheep in my life if I didn't realize how much of a black sheep I really am. I knew from playing the video game Catherine that sheep had some really creepy eyes. They honestly look like soulless creatures, but most of the time, cartoons don't have those soulless sheep eyes. They draw human like eyes instead. Except for the ram here. His eyes are pretty accurate as far as cartoons go. But that's the beauty of using references and Google. I learned something new from drawing something new. There's also a variety of sheep out there. I wouldn't know. As much farm life I've seen in real life, I've never seen a sheep at any of those places. These diagrams that I found after working on this piece for 30 minutes have been really helpful. That's why I am going back and erasing some of these lines. Hopefully you'll be able to tell that this is indeed a sheep with some decent anatomy by the time I'm done. I've been watching other YouTubers and how they have cartoon avatars or just images to convey their messages. I really do like the idea of doing this for myself. This isn't about worrying about some stupid people finding my video in real life. I've always liked seeing manga artists talk about their work in their manga while using some kind of avatar to represent themselves. Also, I won't need to dress up as I did when I recorded my old vlogs. I'm not going to use an avatar for all my videos. There is a limit to the emotions that an avatar can show. Taking the time to sit here and draw a new avatar pose or emotion for the avatar is pretty time consuming. This video is being sped up, but when I started putting the color in for this drawing, I was at the 2 hour mark. Creating artwork takes a lot of time. Speaking of time, I remember when I was in an art class and in high school, and one of the assignments was for the class to create an original character. Not an original character themselves, just an original character that they thought of themselves. I created original characters back then, and I always had stories at the ready for them. So this was a ridiculously easy assignment that I completed in 2 hours with color pencils and a sketchbook because I had no access to Photoshop. The year was probably 2002 at the time. Also, people liked traditional art a lot more back then instead of computer graphics or digital art all the time. Unfortunately, other art students did not take this homework assignment seriously. My art teacher saw the quickly drawn drawings and told us that we should have spent like 2 hours on the homework assignments. I got a decent grade for the assignment. I was also nervous as hell because I had to show my artwork to people in public instead of just my anime loving friends. No one said anything about this critique except for this one girl who was only taking the art class because she needed to take 2 electives to complete the year. She said that anyone who spends more than 2 hours drawing has no life in an art class. No one said anything to her because they liked how social she was. They liked her personality. I was done arguing various artistic subjects to death, which I will touch upon later. But I wish I could have told that girl to get out and stop complaining about being in an art class where people spend too much time on art. I wish I could only spend 2 hours working on an art piece and be done with it. People who make Disney movies wish they could spend only 2 hours instead of months and years on their movies. The first Toy Story took 4 years to produce. It was a reminder of family members getting annoyed that I would draw a line and then erase that line and then repeat the process until I was done. Then, like, that same family member would tell me that no one cares about your drawings and wonder why I was working on my drawings so hard. Had this been a college art class, that student would have been yelled at, asked why she paid for the course, or probably definitely told to get out. I don't understand why someone would join a class they had a choice to join and would complain about people loving the class. Nowadays, there's a ton of artists detailing how they created an art piece, and the artwork would take around 8 hours at the minimum. This logo took around 3 to 4 hours. The last half was figuring out how to make the icy font. There were so many things that happened in that class that pissed me off, and I got into so many arguments, especially arguments about anime and why I like it because liking anime is a sin to a lot of people. I used to have nice explanations, but now I just cut the conversation short or insult the hell out of them because they don't listen. They tune me out as soon as I mention something they don't like. I love constructive criticism and comments because a lot of people I share my creativity with have moved or become really busy. I really do love being creative and need an outlet to express myself. I'll be drawing a ton of artwork for this channel in the future, but this is mostly a vlogging channel. On this channel, I would like to focus more on my writing and telling stories. My real artwork channel is Dark Siren Games. This is my indie game development channel, where I'm currently developing a girl times boy, aka Otome, visual novel. Have a nice day, guys.